Hello, second graders, and happy Monday. I know it is a pretty gloomy day outside, but it is still Monday, so don't forget to get started on your Google Classroom work and make sure that you are getting done with at least 3 activities today so that you guys don't have so much to do later in the week for those goodie bags. We are back to our next chapter, chapter 6, in our Sideways Stories of Wayside School. All right, BB. BB was a girl with short brown hair, a little BB nose, totally tiny toes, and big brown eyes. Her full name was BB Gunn. She was the fastest draw in Mrs. Jewell's class. She could draw a cat in less than 45 seconds, a dog in less than 30, and a flower in less than 8 seconds. But of course, BB never drew just one dog or one cat or one flower. Art was from 12:30 to 1:30. Why, in that time, she could draw 50 cats or 100 flowers, 20 dogs, and several eggs or watermelon. It took her the same amount of time to draw a watermelon as an egg. Calvin sat next to BB. He didn't think he was very good at art. Why, it took him the whole period just to draw one airplane. So instead, he just helped BB. He was BB's assistant. As soon as BB would finish one masterpiece, Calvin would take it from her and set down a clean sheet of paper. Whenever her crayon ran low, Calvin was ready with a new crayon. That way, BB didn't have to waste any time. And in return, BB would draw 5 or 6 airplanes for Calvin. It was 12:30, time for art. BB was ready. On her desk was a sheet of yellow construction paper. In her hand was a green crayon. Calvin was ready. He held a stack of paper and a box of crayons. "Ready, BB?" said Calvin. "Ready, Calvin," said BB. "Okay," said Mrs. Jewls. "Time for art." She had hardly finished her sentence when BB had already drawn a picture of a leaf. Calvin took it from her and put down another piece of paper. "Red," called BB. Calvin handed BB a red crayon. "Blue," called BB. He gave her a blue crayon. They were quite a pair. Their teamwork was remarkable. BB drew pictures as fast as Calvin could pick up an old paper and set down the new: a fish, an apple, 3 cherries. Bing, bing, bing. At 1:30, Mrs. Jewell announced, "Okay, class, art is over." BB dropped her crayon and fell over on her desk. Calvin sighed and leaned back in his chair. He could hardly move. They had broken their old record. BB had drawn 378 pictures. They lie in a pile on Calvin's desk. Mrs. Jewls walked by. "Calvin, did you draw all these pictures?" Calvin laughed. "No, I can't draw. BB drew them well." BB drew them well. "Well then, what did you draw?" asked Miss Jewls. "I didn't draw anything," said Calvin. "Why not? Don't you like art?" asked Mrs. Jewls. "I love art. That is why I can't draw, or I didn't draw anything." Mrs. Jewls didn't understand. "It would have taken me the whole period just to draw one picture," said Calvin, "and BB would only be able to draw 100 pictures. So with the two of us working together, she's able to draw 378 pictures. That's a lot more art." BB and Calvin shook hands. "No," said Mrs. Jewell, "this isn't how you measure art. It isn't about how many pictures you have, but how good the pictures are. Why, a person could spend his whole life just drawing one picture of a cat. In that time, I'm sure BB could draw 1,000,000 cats." 2,000,000, said BB. Mrs. Jewls continued, "But if that one picture is better than each of BB's 2,000,000, then that person has produced more art than BB." BB looked as if she was going to cry. She picked up all the pictures from Calvin's desk and threw them in the garbage. Then she ran from the room. "I thought our pictures were good," said Calvin. He reached in the garbage pail and took out a crumpled picture of an airplane. BB walked outside into the playground. Louis, the yard teacher, spotted her. "Where are you going?" he asked. "I'm going home to draw a picture of a cat," said BB. "Will you bring it to school and show me tomorrow?" Louis asked. "Tomorrow?" laughed BB. "By tomorrow, I doubt I'll even have finished with one whisker." All right, guys, I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.